This is day 1687, the Arukh HaShulchan Yomi. Today we're doing Choshen Mishpat, Siman Reish Nun Tes, Sif Aleph to Tes. This is beginning the final lap of our Arukh HaShulchan Yomi cycle, as we are now doing the selected Simanim and Choshen Mishpat. Last for approximately the next month. So, Reish Nun Tes. Dini Hashavas Abeda Mezim Malkum Chayav Lashiva. The laws of returning a lost object and what place you have to return it. See, it says, "Lo tirashur." The pasuk Dvarim Chabez. The mouth lo tirashur. Per Chabez pasuk Alf. Lo tirashur achicha osion nidachim. Do not see actually your brother or his sheep wandering around. Visant them and ignore them. Return them to your brother. Thus you do to any lost object of your brother, which is lost from him, and you find it, should not ignore it. This is there in Pasuk Gimel. The Torah warned the person who sees a lost object. The Torah commands that a person who sees a lost object, he has to embalm himself with it, to return to its owner. If he ignored it, did not take it, the owners have not yet committed a pope. Overall, say you violated the mitzvah, say the shape to shvem that you should return them. Lota say you also violated losa say not to ignore them. That's for the task. Location mishomer. It's not like the opinion which holds the kshalonat yoda that as long as you haven't taken it to his hand, ain't overall say you don't violate the mitzvah say only only the lab. In the bracket says, if you don't take it into your hand, you are over the say of a shape to shivim. Based not that if you took a lost object up in order to steal it. I don't know it's special by the man and the owner is not going to be a hope of it yet. Over by say that shape to shivim, you violated much more the provision of a shape to shivim, but over shnei labin. You violate two labin. Lab lo tigsod, lab not stealing. The lab lo tu chalisalim and the lab of lo tu chalisam, not ignoring. If you give it back afterwards, lab lo tu chalisalim, you violated the prohibition of do not ignore it. You need to tshuva that. Lab lo tigzo, but the prohibition of do not steal. Say the it's really do not rob, technically speaking. Say the shet shivim and the mitzvah say of to return it. Tikain you can fix those lavin, but chazros by them when you get back to the owner. Lab tigzo say the lab, the prohibition of not to rob is rectified by the mitzvah sake. You'll see as it says, return lost the stone object which you robbed object which you robbed. And prevention can steal, which generally is in secret, which be gneva, and robbing, which is usually in public, which is kselo. I said the shet shivim also the mitzvah say of a shet shivim array yeshiva you fulfill because array yeshiva gave it back. Avolav lo tuchal same the prohibition of not ignoring ain't a b'shosh ain't lachzira. Only applies at the time when you're not. Don't take it back. Give it, take it to give it back. Once you took it in order to steal it, you violated. You can't fix it. Isha was saying this village lo tikain gam alav lo tigzov as I say to shivim. Those rabbis say that you didn't fix the lab lo tigzov which you violated, and I say of Hashem to shivim which you violated as well. And that what you're giving to him now. It's only like a gift. The reason the region rationale is in neighbor story. They say in this object two prohibitions. It's the prohibition of robbing it and the prohibition of leaving it as a lost object. Zeshnav Lamas goes where he took it in order to rob it. It's in terms of its status as a lost object is still on the ground. So if you never picked it up. Came showing Lashivas, he didn't pick up and return it. And when the owner gives a hope from it, in fact, you violate it with, you acquire it with Yehush. Shocking notion. Like any other lost object which you find after Yehush. Aveda Shabbat the other couldn't use. Hi, we have a law that a lost object comes to him prior to use. After it's not effective, which causes some sim race on base. It's because you become the shomer of the person who lost the object. You become the watchman of his property. That's why the use doesn't work. Because the shomer takes the place of the owner, and he's not misyosh. Shomer misyosh. He didn't give up hope. Have a use of so the use of the owner is like a mistaken use. I was not the goes over. He took it in order to rob him, to rob it. These the gamre biyush. He acquires it completely by Yehush, Tamaveda, because he remains in the status of lost object. It's tremendous Chiddush. Never knew that before. But he says in the brackets is Ramban, the name of the Goyen, and the Shach, and the Shach. And with this Maturitz Kushas Aktois Achoshin, Mayin the Sivas HaMishpat. Wow. Okay, so we have a fundamental Chiddush here, which again, I never knew, that if you take an object in Aveda, Amenas Goizla, then the Yush afterwards is effective. I don't say Bisur Asa Yodeh and the Yush afterwards is not effective. No, it is effective. Wow. Okay. Gimel. Being lovely if they use that's like zero, two for use with the intent to give it back. Kari use described in the Goy's law, and after use you decided to rob it. We only violate the prohibition, the mitzvah say of giving it back. I've allowed to get the lover, but the lover because you didn't violate. The guest should note the b'shas the tila. The goes it's only when you take it at the time you take it to rob it. A case which is the archetype of Gizela, where stole the spear from the hand of the Egyptian. If you wait until Yehush and then took it, then you're not even. The only thing right there is the labo tchasalim because you ignored it all when you had not picked it up. Um, he said that somebody he said somebody who sees an Aveda and conceals his eyes and does not take it also by its mitzvah. Say that's when you left it and walked away from it and left it. I was tin, but this person who waited, because the Daikaima say he could have still fulfilled the mitzvah say. Should I say binding for over say when the owner gave a bob and I say it's now nullified. Lamach masa avra is not on his account. A machmas yush. It's on account of the yush. I will look to Chalasaim of our possession title Amtin. But look to Chalasaim, he violated in the fact that he had a mind to wait. And he says the brackets look at the Mechayis of the Taz. They love this. Tal mitnoy Aveda from the conditions of Aveda. Shemunachas makom shu chayav l'yashim misham, that should be found a place in which you're required from there to restore it. Makom sheYisrael mitzvim sham is a place where their Jews are prevalent. Makom shoy stopping above Aveda, a place where you should at least have a doubt that perhaps a lost object. Because perhaps be clarified next simon. Shebinya shemuchel mochel she'Aveda should be the way that it's clear it's a lost object. That'd be clarified in Reish Samach. U'v'makom sheroyli says stop it, but she'Aveda. I think I might have just read that. Sorry. Makom sheroyli stop it. Case where you be at least a doubt it's a lost object. Shoy man on the owner is going to give a pope, giving a pope of it. Shay not vidas. It's not like we should deliberately lost quotation marks. Like somebody who tosses his wealth into a public thoroughfare, but he's barasham. They clarify later on. Sheh basham a pruta should be worth a pruta. At least there's a simon, a sign by which you return it either in the body of the object or in the place of the object. So I say basically clarify it later on. Sheh tapaba, and that you should involve yourself with it. Imaisa shalo. I'm not sure what it means like that. It says the next line, supposed to if the environment is not according to the honor of the person who finds it, he's better some Samagimel. It's probably some typo there. It's probably a royal or something like that. Anyway, Shamisha Chayav Lashiv Avidoso. So somebody whose lost object is required to return. So it's some race on above. Because the Chosachas Mikol Pratim, If any of these details is lacking, you're not required to restore it. Hey, Malcolm Shu Chayv Lashiv Ketzah. What's a place where you're required to restore the object? You find a lost object in a place where Jews are prevalent. You have to announce your find. We assume that the owner has not given up hope. He thinks a Jew found it, and he's going to he hopes the Jew found it, and he's going to get back to him. Seder Chazis Bar Simrei Sam Zayin. How you do that is going to be clarified later on. So there, Mechza Akum Mechza Sohim City is 50% non-Jewish, 50% Jewish. Or if you Ruba, even the majority, Akum is non-Jewish. Rakum is Shem Mitzvah, Makum Shovar Rishon Mitzvah. We found a place in the city where most people who go by there are Jews. Chayv Achriz have to announce it. I've already Mechza, the people who pass by in the area are 50, Mechza 50-50. Bimbak Shubakum, the place where taking the totality of the city, majority is the Goyim, and the Chayv Achriz don't have to make an announcement. It's a smart. Okay, I feel a Rova Yisrael, even if most of the city is Jewish, but we found a place where most of the people who pass by there are Akum, are not Jewish, and the Chayv Achriz have to don't have to make an announcement. If you knew it fell from a Jew, Yesh Basimin has a sign. They should buy him stash because the owner has given up hope. They're going to assume that a non-Jew found it, who won't give it back to them. How can you assume there's Yish? It's the type of thing that a person immediately knows when it falls. Some say the found object is books, and similar. Type of stuff which only Jews buy. It doesn't. The person doesn't give hope. I feel Akum in a place where most of the people are not Jewish. The owner of lost object thinks Akum, even non-Jew finds it. He'll sell to a Jew, and the person who buys will make an announcement. I'm going to give a simon, get it back. Cities 50-50. Also, the people who travel in that vicinity of the city, 50-50. You have to make an announcement. Don't ask. You can't ask. When most of the city is not Jewish, and most of the people who pass by are Jewish. When you say you have to be machris, you have to announce it. Why don't we go after the rov? If you have rov one way and karov, the proximity is another way, we go after the rov, the majority. And the majority is not Jewish, even though the proximity was Jewish. Because it's an interesting chap, interesting idea. Because you can clarify by making an announcement, you have to clarify. But most people pass by not Jews. Not Jews, say the owner definitely gives a hope. If he's a mechza over him, according to this, if it's 50-50, people who pass by, even the majority of the city is not Jewish, sometimes they have to announce because people in that area are 50-50. Find a barrel of wine, a place most people are not Jewish, also the wine to derive benefit from. The container is mutter, it has to be kosher. Then the wine is permitted even to drink, if the barrel was sealed. There's no concern that non-Jew open it, but naga bayayin touch the wine. Because if you open it, would have compelled them to seal it. So it must be open it. Even though the wine is mutter, you don't have to give it back to the owner. Belongs to the person who finds it. We assume that he gave up hope. So even though he gives a simon helps for the finder to drink, but not for the loser to get it back. Wow. Not believe they didn't give up hope. Came to because the most city is not Jewish. Zayin. Vamru Azal Chazal say even a place where according to strict level you do not have to make a restitution. It's good and appropriate. Didn't go beyond the letter of the law. To give back to the Baal Veda if he gave a simon. If he is poor, the finder is poor, and the loser is rich. Ain't not required to go beyond the letter of the law. No, it's a share. If the finder is rich, some say the kapinale, Like I said, we compel him to give it back. It's a shach. Name our kofim and tzil din mishur sadin. Why we compel him to do it? We never compel him to mishur sadin. Nesha ain't lo hezeh because he has no loss out of pocket. That's what's from the shach. Ches motza behema of shachar makom shumanakum. An animal or a bird which is shechted, in place of most people not Jewish. For over time, he saw, but most of the shechted are Jews. But even shen lechush treva, so a man was not don't be considered treva, which is a shechita that's clear that the shechita was good. But that's bachila, allowed to eat it. Be shamotze, and it belongs to the person who found it. They should buy Messiah because the original owner gives the pope the itle. The shakum would swim ten. It's going to swim then not Jew find it. Can't feel there shumi so therefore even those that the person finds it knows it's lost from a Jew. It belongs to the finder. And even if the majority of the slaughterers are not Jews, since he knows in this last case that it's kosher and was lost by a Jew. If a bird sees meat in front of us and flew away and tossed it elsewhere, Haresha Mighty belongs to the finder. Shabbat Misasha, the owner gave a pope. I feel Barov, he saw even the majority of Jews. Because normally a bird takes long distance, so he never hopes to get it back. Now you heard this from Rob. Simon Sama Gimel. Test. Amatsu Ori. Somebody saves an object from a lion or from a bear, or from a whirlpool. Tidal wave, tidal pool, where the place where there's a very strong current from the ocean. Shus Shondar, and from again some sort of heavy current or whirlpool in a river. It's where the flow of the river is very strong, goes very far. I feel like even the owner standing there and shouting. It belongs to the person who saves it. The Nasa Kazel basically is like somebody shouting about his house which fell, or his boat that sank at sea. The Chazal, some Chazal cry, they link this to a pasuk that which is lost from him, and you find it. So which is lost from him, but other people can find it. That's lost object. If supposed to all these things, they are lost from every person. Therefore, their status of hefker. So it requires them. It's the acquire from hefker. Therefore, if there are, I forget what the English term is, but I don't really mean stumbling blocks, but places where which I did came and where these structures are. Dover at Saf Bo Omeid, Misakim Sham, somebody which is floating there stands and is impeded there. Imu Dover Sheesh Bo Simon, Simon Shah Simon, Lava Yish Mistam. Sumazesh. Shalo Shamana Feirish Misyosh, unless we heard explicitly that he's Misyosh. Okay, that's it for today.